found something.
What is this?
They seem to join with the host.
What did you do?
You stay away from her! It's for the greater good.
I think the Goosebumps stories are just so entertaining.
Holy crap! There's something in my arm!
They tap into our genuine fears.
One of the things R.L. Stine told us a long time ago, all the storylines are really about the universal fears and how you face them.
We have monsters, we have weird shapes and sounds and things that explode.
You may think that a group of young teens running around the city fighting monsters isn't very relatable, but these monsters really represent issues that this new generation is going through.
But at the same time, it's really fun.
Oh, what is that smell?
And there's a sense of play about it.
I made you guys breakfast. Waffles.
Thank you, but no thanks.
It's scary, but it's also something that I think, you know, we can all watch. And me, as a mom, that's always something I'm looking for.
There you are. The coolest twin since The Shining, yeah?
Devin and Cece, they love each other and they're best friends, but especially where we began the season, there's a bit of a disconnection between the two.
Word of advice, don't overuse the word bussin'.
Cece's more type A.
I don't even know why I have to explain this to you guys.
Devin's a little bit more laid back, chill.
Everything's cool.
Devin and Cece fill each other's gaps of what they don't have.
Here we are.
They're going to visit their dad for the summer in Gravesend.
This is a very successful botanist, and he sets up an incredible lab in his basement.
Which is very important that the kids do not go into. I only have one rule.
Stay out of the basement.
What do you got in the basement?
As they're settling into the town and meeting their new friends, they start to discover some dark secrets.
So did you guys know that Devin and Cece's uncle was one of the kids who went missing in 1994?
It feels just really grounded, and I think it's helpful that we start there so we can launch and go kind of spin off into some really wild adventures. There's so much good action.
Guys!
And a lot of humor.
What kind of plant should you always watch out for? An ambush.
This brand new season of Goosebumps is going to be
So bussin'?
awesome. Look at that. The physical effects and kind of the stunts and other things that we were able to do were really fun.
Their new host is me.
The interesting thing about Goosebumps is each episode really becomes a mini movie, which is its own methodology when it comes to special effects and visual effects.
We did an amazing monster based on one of the monsters from the covers of Can't Scare Me, or it was just dripping with goo.
The amount of times we talked about viscosity of different liquids and slimes on this show is pretty incredible.
Seeing all these specialists with their different contraptions that they sort of make all these things come to life with has been really eye-opening.
You okay?
I don't think so. I sneeze. My eye just comes right out.
Just doing an appliance for half of his head that had a big hollow in it so he could actually physically himself pull the eye in and out. He was a big advocate for on-set practical effects because it helped his process as an actor.
I remember seeing David sort of walking around, and it was gruesome.
I hope the special effects makeup on the show brings a couple scares. We have a couple great boo moments, some creepy stuff in there. We didn't hold back.
You're scaring me! Oh, I mean, I guess the real, first time ever seeing each other was on Zoom.
Yeah, we did a chem read together. In real life, it was doing a photo shoot.
Oh my God, the very first thing we ever had to do together was take photos that were gonna be used in our house as if like childhood photos and us throughout the years.
Yeah.
And we'd literally had just met that day.
Like
so,
pretend to take a selfie, but just stick out your arm.
Yeah, and hold
have
the
a camera.
camera. That's yeah. But it was fine. It was great.
Yeah.
You just stand up. You put your arms like this. He's gonna come underneath.
Okay, wait a minute.
The back of your legs.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Okay, I'm recording. Here we go. Here we go.
Yep. Now be left. Just be left.
Yeah, put her down. Yeah, we're good. Thank you.
To clear them out.
All
right, let's see.
Oh,
crap.
You've been good.
Wow.
I've been good.
Great.
Saving slime
I wasn't really sure what to expect because it kind of was written as we were going. So even just from the first episode, I was like, where is this going to go? Where are we going to take this? And I was just buckled up and ready for the ride because I think I was like as shocked as the viewers are going to be when they watch it with all the plot twists and with what's to come. So I was just ready for anything.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like what Jayden. It's a different sensibility or psychology you have. I think when you're working on something and looking at the script. So like, I read the pilot, or not the pilot, episode 1, 201 a bunch of times because I was in that episode a lot, and I think the first read was like, wow, there's something cool going on here, and then all the other reads it's kind of like, okay, yeah, and then let's figure out what we can do with this maybe.
Super uncool. Try to punch him off, and then roll it back over, and then move. That's when Frankie comes in, pulls him off. Nice, guys. That's great. Sends him home, and then you guys have your Frankie together.
I actually have kind of a crazy audition story, so I think you know this.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Before my Zoom with him, I was in Canada shooting a different show, actually. So it was a bit crazy, and I wasn't in my normal place where I do all of my auditions. And we're pulling up to the studio in Canada I'd never been to before for the Zoom that I'm like really nervous for, and I get a text 5 minutes before from my manager saying, "Oh, just so you know, we're only doing the second scene, not the first one." I'm like, I only have a first scene. What do you mean a second scene? So I'm freaking out. There was a mishap on our end, and I got the scene that I was supposed to do 5 minutes before, or at this point probably 4 minutes before. Wow. It was only 2 or 3 pages, luckily. And I was literally freaking out, like very stressed. But I will say that memorization thankfully comes very quick to me. So I did it, and I got on Zoom, and I don't think that they knew, right?
No, and then
I booked it. But yeah.
I could never do that.
It was very panicking. It was not a fun thing to have been through, but it was worth it.
If you handed me 2 pages that day and said, do it in 4 hours, I'd be like, okay.
What choice did I have? I couldn't say no.
You're not going to say no, but it's like, whoa.
Luckily,
crazy.
to the scene, we were scared. We were like running from monsters.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't really need to act. I'm just truly am scared.
That's advanced, yeah. I don't have a story nearly as cool as that. I kind of just auditioned and I did one, and I got along pretty good with Rob, and then I thought, I might get this part, and then I did it again, and then I did one with Eliza, and then we did and then they were like, here, you have the part. I wish I could give you
Well, I will say you on Zoom was very funny because I get on and I'm like a blue background. He's taking the laptop and walking around his house with the laptop while on Zoom, and I'm like, oh, this guy's fun. This guy's got a big personality.
Yeah. Well, that Zoom. I had already had the part.
Right. That's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I was using the bathroom in the middle of the thing.
He's like, I'll be right back, guys.
That did happen. I did use the bathroom in the middle of both of my final auditions.
Whoa. Did we have the same first day?
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah.
My memory of the first day is I took a photo of Rob deep in a mental vortex of how am I going to film this show now, just deep within, and Jayden holding an umbrella over his head.
Like.
It's a fun photo. If I had social media, I'd maybe post it.
It's really good. Because it's the energy.
Yeah.
You can tell he's like, what did I just take on? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm with Rob. I'm doing this project. Like,
Yeah.
here's the umbrella. It's so funny.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good first memory. And then the last day we were in like a creepy, one of the more creepy places that we were filming.
I don't remember the last day at all.
I can't say anything. I can't.
Yeah.
But it was sad, and I remember when they were like, we wrapped. I'd put down my phone because I knew we were gonna
I remember.
film.
Yeah,
and I knew we
wow.
were wrapping, and like it was a group hug, and it was sad.
Yeah.
It was really bittersweet. But
It was cathartic.
yeah, I think we all were exhausted, frankly, but it was bittersweet. Yeah.
I love you guys so much.
I love you.
And this has been, I don't know, such a joy.
Such an honor.
Such an honor.
Yeah, an honor, but it's just been, you know, for the most part, it's been a pretty joyful experience. And so, you know, cheers to everybody. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, bro, that's disgusting.
Like for me, what was challenging was running through my Manhattan apartment from like whatever monster I'm being chased by, you know?
Yeah.
And just physically, you
It's a
know?
good apartment, though.
Yeah, it was a good apartment, but it's like narrow halls and like, you know, kind of dodging things. So like physically I woke up with some bruises, but I think it's like the more you like, you know, 100% give yourself, the better it's going to look.
Yeah.
So like it's pretty physically exhausting, but it's worth it. I had a couple scenes that stand out with him where like, I remember one time, I think we were in the subway, we were rehearsing, and then you were like, that was the best acting I've ever seen you do.
It was.
And that
We
really
should've
stood
shot
out to
that.
me because it was like a really good rehearsal that we had.
Yeah, we
yeah.
should have shot that. I mean, definitely the most remarkable, I mean, this has become a meme. I shot a scene on day 2 of filming with Galilea in a coffee shop, and for whatever reason, I felt like I was in this vortex. It was, I don't know, there was something about that. I think about it, I was like, yeah, that was
Oh,
I don't know if it was
I know what
actually any better than other work I do.
I know. I think people will agree. There are moments in that scene that are
There's-
really good.
I was in some weird thing. Challenging, I'm not sure. It you know, I don't remember. There definitely were. I'm not saying that there weren't
No
like
challenges.
my father's an actor, and he said he's like, something he said was, you know, on a job you might have 1 or 2 days that are incredible, you feel as an actor, and 1 or 2 days that are terrible, and then all the other days you're kind of just going to work. And so I definitely had 1 or 2 days where I was like, oh. But I think I've trauma forgotten them. Well,
Ooh, spookiest thing that's ever happened to me in real life. Let me think about this. I love horror. I love anything spooky.
I don't know. Spookiest thing that's
Oh,
ever.
I've gotten stuck in an elevator. Terrifying.
Oh yeah.
I've gotten stuck in a riptide. Terrifying.
Oh wow.
What else have I been through? I mean,
I think I once was thrown into a haunted house.
thrown?
Well, it was like at my family had a house upstate, and there was a neighborhood. You know, somebody in the neighborhood was doing a haunted house, and I was like in their house. I was so young, I don't even remember, but I think I remember that was happening, and I found myself in this haunted house against my will.
Oh, that's all. Like as a child.
Yeah.
That's traumatizing.
And then like I was grabbed through this thing, and then it was just like, you know, one of the kids who lived there, and then I was back home before I knew it.
I'm sorry. Do you want to talk about it?
That's all I remember. Really.
I also will add, my car broke down on the highway recently, and so that's a new fear of mine. It was traumatizing, terrifying.
Wow.
If your engine is beeping, get it checked, okay? Don't ignore it. Learn from me.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dad.
I want you to have a really fun and also safe summer out here. I only have one rule. Stay out of the basement.
What do you got in the basement?
Did you guys know that Devin and Cece's uncle was one of the kids who went missing in 1994?
We finally processed the request.
Only took you 30 years.
What is that?
My brother's clothes from the night he died.
They were killed by ghosts.
No, nobody knows what happened.
Yo, check this out.
What the hell is this?
Hey, what kind of plant should you always watch out for? An ambush.
What's going on with that?
I don't know.
Trey, your car, it's in my driveway again. Trespassing.
Yo, what are you doing? Are you out of your mind?
It's a distinct possibility.
Oh, that's not good. Things have been happening that are not normal.
Trey's missing.
Kid's missing. Sound familiar?
Dad's behind all the crazy stuff happening.
We don't know for sure that he is.
I'm not controlling the car!
I don't know if I want to be down here.
You don't have a kid in your basement, do you?
No, that would be... No.
Are you okay?
Who knows how kids get these ideas? Too many horror shows on TV, I say.
Mm-hmm.